Yo guys, Features Gaming here. Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we are back once again on Train Sim World 3 for another driving route, and today we are going to be driving a southeastern service from Three Bridges to London Victoria, or the title of this route is Southampton Central and Bognor Regis to London Victoria, and we are doing it in a class 377, and we're just going to get started. So let's click get started. And it is quite lighty snowy as well, so that should be one to have a look at. So, why is my frame rate being very weird? I don't know. But anyway, we're going to start by putting all of this into service. So, let's go ahead and do that now. I think it's day. Yeah, I'll consider it as day. Let's go ahead and put on AWS and DSD as well. Clear that, and we'll go ahead and open the doors as well. Put this into forward, so then we're ready for when we go, and that is going up, which is good. So someone told me to, or someone said, because the way the window was working, if you don't know when it was, you know, like snowing, there was like a bit that was like super clear, and then there was like a bit that was dark. Someone told me that apparently it was due to motion blur. So, well, I mean, it looks fine now, but if I go ahead and turn on the wiper to intimate, because it is like snow, it shouldn't have that issue. But I don't know why it hasn't even, why it's not even working. Yeah, see, there we go. There's not so much of a, you know, like a part where parts of it is, you know, like a darker shade than the other. So that's good then. It seems like we don't have that now, which is good. And we are doing it in obviously light snow, so it's going to be quite slippery. So yeah, I have removed motion blur. I don't know if it's going to be a good thing or a bad thing. I've turned it off just to see what it's like. And by the seams of it, just from the window, it looks fine. Plus, it should mean that things like things in my peripheral vision will be a bit sharper. I don't know if that would cause the FPS to drop or if it's meant to increase it or not. We are also doing it in the old Stepford Connect livery as well because, you know, nostalgia, we want it. So I'm going to keep it as it is. And what I might do is I might, in this video, I said it in the last video, how I want to, or maybe sometimes like cut out the journey of when I'm going towards the station and then, you know, like picking up the video when we get closer to the station. So we don't have that many stations in this route. We only have Gatwick Airport, East Croydon, Clapham Junction, and then London Victoria. So I might try and do what I was saying in that video and just seeing how it goes. So I will try that maybe today. But something I do want to say before we get into obviously doing the editing is I do apologize for the last two videos on the channel, actually. The the Train Sim World 3 we did 2 days ago, and then obviously the Euro Truck video we did yesterday, not having any gameplay audio. I don't know what had happened with OBS on that day. Everything's set correctly now. I have no idea what happened on OBS on that day to not capture the gameplay audio. It must have been something I set because surely it shouldn't just do this just by itself. So I really hope it isn't anything that I did or anything, but we will just keep monitoring that and see what happens. Anyway, we are actually already approaching Gatwick Airport, so I might as well start braking towards Gatwick Airport. No need for a speed up to go to Gatwick. What I wanted to say was exactly the time we needed to get from where we were to Gatwick Airport. So we're going to leave it on brake to application. That should slow down pretty quickly. And as you can see now that a bit more of snow is built up on the window, you know, there's no there's no massive darkness like there was before I turned off motion blur, but you can still see a little bit of it. But obviously that's because this part is, you know, cleaning every now and then. You know, this part is where all of the snow and moisture, you know, builds up. So I guess it has made a difference. So thank you to whoever it was who told me to turn off motion blur, as it seems to have made a difference. And we will continue on with this journey. So let's just make sure that we go ahead and stop this relatively well. There we go. All door release. We will quickly go out in the freezing cold just to grab a thumbnail. Doesn't really work that well with the Gatwick Express thing just coming on, does it? I want those people to move so I can get a clear shot of the Connect logo. Well, we're going to have a Gatwick thing on the other side. There you go. Nice. We are a little bit early as well, so I might have a quick look about what's that. What is this? Press E to start no, I'm not doing catch-up scenario. I'm doing this one. We'll do this route map. There we go. Seems like we've got an aircraft, but obviously we are on the other side and we can't even see the aircraft. Anyway, we'll board our train. I want to be in the warmth. Which one is the heater? I seem to remember there was a heater thing. AC. No, I don't want AC on. I want the heater on. Where's the heater on? This one? Nope. I have no idea where the heating switch is. I thought it was down here. Oh well, doesn't matter. There? No, I have no idea. Anyway, well, we probably should lock the doors and get going. Maybe I'm thinking of the 387. Ah, it's the heater. I have no idea. Anyway, off we go. Oh yeah. 2 applications, otherwise we'll slip. Gently easing the power. Oh my god. Really? When do I start going up to brake or application 3 now? Really? Right, there we go. Right, I think we're on to brake 4 application now. So, because East Croydon is 15 miles away, I'll cut out all of this driving and until we get to East Croydon. I'll probably catch up about 1.5 miles out, so then we can start the braking process. But I'm just going to get over there and I'll talk to you guys when we are approaching East Croydon. So we are about 2 miles away from East Croydon. I'll probably pop in a bit earlier to give you a bit of an update, because probably 1.5 would be maybe at a place where we might start like braking, or me giving a slight update to like of where we are now, like what's going on. Probably would be a bit late before we actually have to start braking, so you know, probably about 2 miles away. That's when I'll probably pop in, you know, just telling you how the update or how the thing's going. I mean, it might vary from, you know, station to station depending on the distance. But yeah, nothing's really happened. It's just been general driving, really. Just keeping with the speed limits. We are currently slowing down for a 60 speed limit. And yeah, just trying to manage the speed as best we can. It was mostly 90. There was a bit where we had to drop down to, I think it was 80. So I managed to obviously get to grips with that. We do actually have a 45 actually. So let's start slowing down for that as well. In about 600 yards though. So not a massive difference, but it does mean that we don't need to, you know, slow down for East Croydon as early as we usually do, but we do need to slow down this for this 45. So there we go. We'll put it onto the coasting method. We are going slightly downhill, so we don't need to apply any sort of power. We can just play this now by eye. Frame rate is being very choppy. I don't know. I don't really know what's going on, really. Like 60, but then sometimes, you know, we have like a massive screen freeze like that. I don't know what's going on. Oh, there's a more of a distance drop down. I must have missed that speed board then. But there we go, entering East Croydon Station. I think I overshot that slightly. My bad. Leighton City looks nice in the snow, doesn't it? Southwest Trains livery there. Connected with the Southeastern train livery. That just makes complete sense. Southwest is connecting with Southeast. Yeah, I overshot that by a bit. I try and like overshoot the thing a little bit because ever since I was like stopping where I thought the marker was here, apparently that on the station or like that on the overview counts as a undershoot, or like there's not a massive stopping position. So you do really want to kind of get like the front of your train literally to the end of that marker. So because the icon is kind of like in the middle of that, I try and overshoot that a little bit, so then hopefully the whole thing is in line. But I don't know if it works. I guess we will see though on the overview. But as you can see, the wipers still going, pushing all of that snow to the side. And if I had motion blur, that might be, or that would have been, quite dark. So more realism, not all dark and, things like that. It's actually crisp and, well, I say crisp and clear, but you know what I mean. Right, let's get going to Clapham Junction, 6.9 miles away this one. So again, we will speed this up, but I will obviously just get up to speed. Well, we'll get, most of the journey and like getting up to speed and then, things like braking. But if it's just generic driving, that's what we'll cut out. We'll speed these up a little bit. So let's go to power 3, a little bit of wheel slip. But we are now good. There was a DSD alarm just then a few seconds ago. But we should be fine. Can we go up to power 4 yet? We can indeed. So I guess now this is the place where we, or this is the time where we just keep driving, keep it up to speed. So once again, I will cut out the journey until I get towards Clapham Junction. And as always, I'll cut back in with you before we start braking into the station. So we are about 1.6 miles now away from Clapham Junction. And as you can see, the sun's starting to make a slight appearance, but it's getting very foggy as well. So it's not really a complete plain sailing, journey anymore. There seems to be a lot of fogginess around us, which is not what you want when you're driving a train in these conditions, but it is what it is, and we just have to adapt to those conditions. You're going now 60 miles an hour. I just had to slow down for that. Literally probably about a minute before I actually cut back into this video. We were going 70 for most of that journey and just maintaining that. But yeah, nothing really massively happened through there. Well, nothing happened at all. It was just driving. And that's what I mean, these boring bits, where I'm just driving, there's nothing exciting. And if I don't have anything to say, might as well just, cut out the video, speed these up a little bit. And not have me always just chatting along about, things if I don't actually have anything to talk about in itself, If I have something to talk about, then I will talk about it. Don't get me wrong. I won't just cut out the video if I have something that that I can talk about. I will I will talk about it, but then obviously if I don't then have anything to talk about, then I will go ahead and cut out the journey. But when it's just us just driving along, nothing to talk about, that's when I'll cut it out. But do let me know, obviously, in the comment section below if you like this format. I'm kind of thinking about, like, as I'm doing it as well, I'm kind of thinking it will work. Yes, it will take, more time for me to edit it, but that's fine. I have the time. Don't know if that's a okay stopping position, if I'm going to be completely honest. It did seem to be like 2 yards to the side, so my only guess is that that is probably a pretty good stopping position. But we will see once we arrive at London Victoria. I don't really think we will need a speed up to go to Victoria, if I'm going to be honest. I don't think it's too far away. .3, yeah. I really don't think this needs a speed up. We can just focus on driving this. Plus, I think the speed limits are going to be quite variable going into there, so we'll leave, you know, like small, you know, like bits in here and there, so you can kind of get like the idea of us driving just normally. But things that, you know, are like 4 to whatever miles long, we'll probably cut those out, or probably even something like 3 miles. But again, it does depend on the distance and of which station it is. So for example, London Victoria, I know that that's a pretty big station. Frame rate still being weird. We got to 30 FPS just then. You know, I do know that, you know, obviously my PC isn't going to run everything like a steady 60 all the time. But when we had light snow before, with motion blur on, I thought it was probably... Well, it looked a little bit smoother. I don't know. It could just be me. I could obviously, you know, tweak down the settings a little bit so we could get a sweet 60, but I really like this quality. And if it means that it, you know, drops a few frames here and there, so be it. It's 60 most of the time, which is all that matters. And yeah, my PC is just absolutely beautiful. Everything I throw at it, it's honestly insane with how well it performs. It's just crazy. There is just one thing, and I don't know if you heard it on yesterday's video, but the audio was stuttering a lot. And I don't know why that was. I mean, if you did watch yesterday's video, I don't know why it was doing that. So I read up on obviously some forums about, is there anything I can do for this? One, I guess, solution I saw was just use a different USB slot, test it out, see what happens. So I'm going to test that for today's and tomorrow's video, because I don't really hear how the video turns out until I then go ahead and edit it. So if it is stuttering, then chances are I probably didn't sort it out for, you know, tomorrow's video. That was so close to actually becoming, you know, a fail there. My God, my heart was in my heart was in my mouth for a few minutes. But yeah, chances are if I didn't sort it for, or you know, if it has stuttered in this video, then chances are it will stutter in tomorrow's video. But who knows? We can only get to that when we do. We are waiting here for some time. There's a train in front who seems to be on our tracks. I'm guessing that's probably one we are waiting on. It looks like they've... I don't know, but it looks like they've sort of like got stuck. That is a train that is going forward though. I don't know if it's coming this way. Signal is still red. Suppose we can go and have a look at it. Oh, hold on, there's a train coming this way. Actually, that might be what we were waiting for. Right, let's get back onto the get back into the cab. Still not moving though. I'm going to shut this door though because it's freezing. They still aren't moving. I mean, the signal probably hasn't turned green yet. But that seems to be the train we are waiting on. There's even more trains leaving Victoria. I am pretty sure it's a train going down because I can see the redness of the lights. But how long are we going to be waiting here for? I don't know. This is just adding to the delay. We aren't supposed to be at Victoria for a few minutes anyway, so I guess we are being held up here just for that. This is probably why it's giving us so many minutes to get to Victoria, because of these delay. Well, if that is true, I will cut ahead into the video until our signal turns to different aspects so we can actually proceed. So I'll see you guys then. Oh, there we go. Honestly, it's just my luck to contact the signaller as soon as the signal changes. It's literally my luck that that happens. Well, the train in front of us eventually got going. It was going downwards, so I guess that is a positive. I knew where that train was heading. And we are now getting yellow signals all the way into Victoria, I hope. So I think that stops the delay. We got 2 minutes to get in there. I think we will still be there a little bit early, but we'll keep going in and just obviously change our speed accordingly. But I really don't think, yeah, we're going on to platform 19, so that is the last signal, so we are going to be departing here. This is it. We are into Victoria right now. It said which station we were going on to, so that's good. 31 FPS coming into Victoria, 19, or not 19, 25, 24, 27, 28. Obviously, it's got a lot to load in, obviously. And now we get 60. Yeah. I don't know if that is my PC or if that is just the game loading in a bunch of detail with the graphics that I have. You never know. But here we are, obviously, at Victoria. We're just going to get to a stop. Obviously, when we can. There we go. Unlock the doors for one last time. And I think that's going to be the end of our journey. Yeah, I'm looking this way and I'm getting 40. I look this way and I get 60. I think it is a problem with the, I don't know, with the render distance maybe? I don't know. That was just the announcer saying careful of the platforms, they may be slippery. We know all about that. But there we go. Our closest stopping position was indeed Clapham Junction, 0.7. I think that was a bit of an overshoot though. East Croydon, I think that was an overshoot there. Gatwick, I think, was probably an undershoot. But yeah, closest one was 0.7 yards, which I can take. As you can see, that is the breakdown as well, the performance breakdown, keeping it a steady speed limit. That was the 80, I do believe. And then obviously those were the different things. That was a red light there. But yeah, as you can see, they're now level 37 overall, level 9 on the London Commuter DLC, and also level 11 on the Class 377. Time taken about 40 minutes, distance driven about 29 miles, and we walked a total of 319 yards. But that is going to be it for today's video, so I hope you guys did enjoy it. Make sure to drop a like on it if you did enjoy it, subscribe for more content, and I will see you guys in the next video or stream. But until then, take care and peace out.